Hello everybody, my name is Chris, you're watching Park Pass, and today I'm going to do a complete full tour, walking tour of Disney California Adventure DCA in 2026. Let's do it. Here we are as you enter into Disney California Adventure. This is Buena Vista Street. And right here it's set in 1926, 1927. So you have Oswald over here. Oswald was one of Walt's first creations. And I have to show you Oswald. I have to show you one of my favorite things about this. This is like a little gas station. As you walk in, you see this little gas station here. Got this nice little Packard car over here as well. It's beautiful to take a look at. But remember, this is a gas station. So as you come in and you look up here, you look at the clock. What do you notice about the clock? They keep readjusting the time, and their fingers have grease on it. So it's all this grease on the clock. I love that. All right, let's continue on. Disney California really opened up to a rough start. We'll get into that. That billboard there, that tells the history of Walt. You can see it says California Limited. It started in Chicago, Kansas City, London, Los Angeles. Hi, how are you? That was Walt's trajectory. He went to all those cities, ended up in Los Angeles. As you walk down Buena Vista Street, you're going to see this is all going through a time traveling. Now as we get to this point right here, across this line, we're out in 1928. Walking down here, you have Mortimer's over there. Mortimer's was named after Mickey's enemy, Mortimer. Interesting enough, though, is that was his original name for Mickey Mouse. It was Mortimer Mouse, but Walt's wife, Lily, she didn't like it. She suggested something different, so he changed it to Mickey Mouse, and they saved the name Mortimer for the bad guy. Over here it says Elias and Company. Elias, of course, is Walt's father's name and also his middle name, Elias. Over here we got Trolley Candy Treats. And hi, how are you? All right, continuing on. Right over here we have Elias and Co. Of course, that's for Walt Disney's father, and is also, like I said, his middle name. This here is Carthay Circle. This is where they had a famous movie theater where they premiered Seven Dwarfs, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Excuse me. And this land, when Disney California Adventure opened originally, wow, it really went through some hard times. In fact, the reason it went through such a really hard time was because of the annual pass holders. I'll get to that in just a moment. We're going to turn down here and head into the Hollywoodland area. So of course this would be based off of Hollywood, all the movies that were being made and whatnot for Walt Disney. They have the Hyperion Theaters comes up. They still currently have the tracks, but the red trolley car no longer runs, but the tracks are still here. I don't know if they'll ever get rid of those or not. We're walking down here to the right side for if you ever come here, you have little kids. Hi, how are you? All right, so this here is the Mickey Mouse Jr. Clubhouse Live. It's like a little, think of it as like, I hate to say it, but it's like a little rave party for kids with Mickey Mouse. It's so fun. Right over here we have the award wieners. This always makes people kind of laugh when they say it. Hot dogs, but they're fantastic. Mickey's Feel Our Magic is right in there. That's a little show. Cool down on the hot days. Over here we've got Off the Page. Fantastic store. This is where all the creatures are coming to life. And one of the things I love about this is Aurora, Briar Rose, Sleeping Beauty, is in her blue dress. Disney generally has her in the pink. We're going to walk down this way. Disney just released their Tron Ares, and of course at the time it was Halloween, so they couldn't do it. But when they released Tron Legacy, was it 10 years ago or 15 years ago? They had this whole thing. They turned this whole area into what's called Electronica. In my mind, that's the best after-hours thing that Disney's ever done. And I was really hoping they were going to redo that again when Tron Ares came out, but it debuted during Oogie Boogie Bash. So they weren't able to do it. And so, maybe a little sad, 'cause I really would like that. Coming up ahead, we've got Monsters, Inc. A fantastic attraction. It's Mike and Sully to the rescue. Now, it was really wasn't very popular. Then they did Monsters at Work on Disney Plus. They kind of breathed new life into it, and it's been very popular since that came out, which I love to see that. Sully is like one of my favorite characters. I just always want to run into Sully face first and just give him a huge, massive hug. I love it. Here's the ice cold refreshments. And right down here is we're going to turn, take us back into the Hollywood area. So when they were building Disney California Adventure, the anticipation for this park was so high. Michael Eisner actually said that they thought there'd be days that would reach capacity and people wouldn't be able to get in. And the hype for it was just at the peak. People are so excited for it. They ended up opening it up early for annual pass holders. Back then now it's called Magic Keys, but back then they're called annual pass holders. And they let the annual pass holders have a sneak preview of Disney California Adventure. Didn't go so well. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Right here we have the Hyperion Theater. You can see this right here, Walt Disney Prince Fantasia. Oh, we don't want to get in people's pictures. And so when they built it, there weren't a lot of attractions. There was a lot of shopping, mostly shopping and restaurants. And so the annual pass holders came in, and this is really before social media. This is in 2001. And the word got out. They're like, there's not a lot to do. And back then there wasn't park hopping. You bought a ticket to Disney California Adventure, you had to stay here. They still have that ticket, no park hopping ticket. But most people nowadays get park hopping. If you look right up here, I did a whole video on this. That light never turns off. That's an homage to Walt Disney's office. Anyways, word got out that there wasn't enough to do. It wasn't enough attractions. And they actually even had an area where it was just for farming. They had like tractors for kids to play in tractors. And because of that, when it did open, it was a disaster. Disney California Adventure, hardly anybody was attending. This is Chorus Guardians Mission Breakout. This is taking us into Avengers Campus. Now, Avengers Campus, before it was Avengers Campus, it was a Bugs Land. And before Bugs Land, it was a farming area, like tractors for kids to climb on. And after they turned that tractors area, they kind of tore that down and turned it into Bugs Land. It was very successful. Very, very successful. People really liked Bugs Land. And that really kind of paved way for these themed lands like Cars Land, Frozen Land, Avengers Campus. Bugs Land was really the first to do it off of a IP. Moving around here, you can see there's a Quinn jet up there. There's actually only two of those built. The other one is in Disneyland Paris. They have Avengers Campus, and they also have that Quinn jet. They were built in Paris, by the way, and they shipped this one here when it was built. Avengers Vault, Pym's Test Kitchen, and Web Slingers. Fun attraction. Try to get a high score. It's fun to go with your friends. Now they are getting ready. They're expanding Avengers Campus. So it's gonna just, you can see over here, it's expanding. They're gonna be having new attractions over there. Because of this way, you used to be able to walk this way into Cars Land, but you can't do that. So we're just gonna kind of walk in here. See, this is the Doctor Strange, was it Sanatorium, I believe? They do have like some character meet and greets. And so, coming this way here. They've got this here. This is all for kind of like the mystical arts of Doctor Strange. Right behind me are the bathrooms, of course, and then shawarma. Shawarma became very popular after the first Avengers movie because Tony Stark says he wanted to try shawarma. He never had it. Right here we have the web slingers. And then over here we've got web slinger supplies. And going this way, we're going to exit out of Avengers Campus and take us back onto the main area. That'll take us into Cars Land. That's where we're going to have to going. Oh, a little spider bot. Walking around. Fun toys. So this is the exiting out of Avengers Campus. One thing I think Avengers Campus does incredibly well is that they just say it's like a portal of time. So they're not really worried about time constraints. You can have Iron Man and Captain America and Loki and Moon Knight and all these characters. Even though in movies their timelines have varied, I wish that Disney would do that in the Star Wars land. And not worry so much about that timeline, the sacred timeline. Just let us have all the characters, the Star Wars characters walking around. We don't care. Nobody cares. Here, I think the way you can prove that here in Avengers Campus, people don't care. They just want to see their characters. They just want to see their characters. So I'm just trying to walk around, just walk and talk, and I ran into, oh my God, it's the Magic Journey!
Hey, how are you guys?
They're reviewing food. They're talking about food. What food did you try today?
Oh my gosh, we tried so
Wait. No, don't tell them.
Okay.
Don't tell them. If you want to see, go to their YouTube channel, Magic Journeys. It's one of the most lovely couples ever. Amazing.
Chris, we love you, Chris.
Oh, amazing. So I saw him, I was like,
Let me just say that Chris is such an awesome guy.
Chris is awesome.
And he always finds a way to make us all laugh. Always.
No, I try. So, all right. We'll let them go on. Keep going. Go check out Magic Journeys. Check out best food reviews of all Disney everywhere.
Oh, you're so great, Chris. Bye.
All right, we're continuing on. That was very nice. So it's always good to run to your friends and reminisce. Continue on here in Disney California Adventure, DCA. We're going to go into Cars Land. Cars Land could be the best theme land of all the Disney parks. There's one other. In Shanghai, they have Zootopia. Zootopia, it has the same level of detail as Cars Land does. But Zootopia is smaller and Cars Land is much bigger. And I really, really love Cars Land. The thing about Cars Land is it's fun during the daytime, but at nighttime, like right now, boy howdy, does it just pop. Oh, tomato over there, Junkyard Jamboree. There was actually 6 songs for that. And Larry the Cable Guy, when he was recording the one song, he forgot the words, and so as the song was going, he just went dadgum, 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 and they liked that song so much that they actually kept it. So every once in a while you get the dadgum song. Sarge's Surplus Hut. I like to go in here because, particularly in the evening, they have a map, a little model map of Cars Land, and so there it is. See the lights turn on. So they don't have right here in the map. This is Tomato's, his little junkyard. They don't have that here, and they don't have this either. But it starts right there at Fillmore's, and then right across the Fillmore's, right here is where the Tomato tractor pull is. So fun to kind of look at this map, and it lights up at nighttime. All right. I think it might even be on during daytime, but you can't really see it. Exiting out. The thing that makes this land so good, I think, is also the music, the atmosphere, the ambiance. It just feels like you're in a different land. It's fantastic. Cozy Cone Motel. Walking along down here, and you're going to see this amazing backdrop. It's the Cadillac Ranch Tailfin Mountain. It's got 6 years of different Cadillac fins on it. Flo's V8 Cafe. These are spark plugs across the top. Now, I'm not much of a mechanic. Really, I don't know anything about it, car engines. But I've been told that that's the order. You see how they're firing? That's the order that you actually would fire and a V8. This is a V8 engine. You got Curios. Then you got the Casa Della Tires. Ramones. Walking back here. This is an area for me that I personally love. I like to, when my friends are and I, when we hang out in the, sometimes we'll come here and just kind of goof around. And right there, we like to sit in the back. Wow, that looks so good. We like to sit in the back in the evening right there. This is an amazing view of Radius Erasers. This is a mountaintop. And it looks so good. Back there, those are the Cadillac fins. During Oogie Boogie Bash, they light it up purple and lime. I like this view much better. Back here to Flo's VA Cafe. In the evenings, my friends and I would sit right along this wall and just order a little bit of food and just sit there and kind of laugh and tell stories and, you know, rib and razz each other. It's never very crowded in the evening over there, it seems like. This is really, really cool. It just, the sounds, all of it, just makes it for a fantastic area. Now we're gonna go through this little archway. It looks like Delicate Arch that's located in Utah. And we're gonna walk into San Fransokyo. San Francisco is based off a Marvel comic, Big Hero 6. They made it into a movie. And really is the story of San Francisco, how in 1906 they had a huge earthquake and Japan came over and helped rebuild San Francisco and turned it into San Fransokyo in the comic. And that's why it's called San Fransokyo. Really good food over here, actually. Right over here you got the Lucky Fortune Cookery. I love noodles. You get some really good noodles there. And you got the Cocina Cucamonga Mexican Grill right over there. That's the most popular restaurant here in San Fransokyo. It's the largest and most popular. And you got Aunt Cass Cafe. I like bread bowls and those, you know, soups, chowder, macaroni and cheese. And we are gonna walk across the San Francisco Bridge, but now it's the San Fransokyo. So when Disney California Adventure first opened, it was all based off landmarks in in California. Of course, this was based off the San Francisco Bridge. So it's actually a nice little transition. They transitioned it to the San Fransokyo Bridge. I do lots of secrets revealed where I talk about cool secrets. And this is the one that somebody was arguing in the comments, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, okay. But if you stand on this bridge and you wait, every couple seconds you get a 2.1 earthquake. I actually did just shaking. It rumbles. It feels like a truck is driving by. It kind of has a slight little vibration there because of earthquakes in California. And some guy was like, that's not true, that's just foot traffic. I actually do know it's true because an Imagineer who helped design it told me that. We're gonna go right up here. I'm gonna turn, because here they have Joffrey's Coffee, which is all they sell in Walt Disney World, Joffrey's Coffee. But here in California, it's mostly Starbucks. So we're turning this way, going into Pixar Pier. Wow, I hope that's really translating well. The look of the sky, the beauty of it. It looks very pretty. Pixar Pier, rethemed in 2019. It was Paradise Pier, and now it's Pixar Pier. It's based off of all the different things from Pixar, of course. As you walk in, you have the Lamp Light Lounge to the right, and Knick Knacks, which is a short Pixar film. to the left. If you look up, you have an awning that covers Rarity, but there's also a bunch of their characters are in the ironwork. You could take your time and go through and see all the different Pixar characters in the ironwork up above. Walking along here. This is going to take you into Pixar Pier proper. Now on the left-hand side you have the adorable snowman. Frosted treats. They're yellow. It's like, no. It's lemon. I like that they went with that joke. Coming down here, you can see these different little billboards. These were when it was just like a pier. It's like, you know, for like suntan lotion and things like that. Now they're for different Pixar movies. Coming down here, you have the Incredible Coaster. It's not currently operating. And you have the Pixar Pal Around, the Mickey Fun Wheel. A lot of people call it the Wheel of Death. Brings lots of good memories to me. So, you know, the thing about these types of videos is that I like it when I can just talk about different... Hi, how are you? Hi, guys.
Happy New Year.
Anyways, I just kind of saying that sometimes I don't know what to... I like to have a topic and talk about a topic. When I'm just kind of walking around and meandering, sometimes it makes you a little uncomfortable. I don't really know why. This is the Incredible Coaster. It looks fantastic. And so, you know, sometimes people, I don't know if you saw that, people sometimes they'll yell and stop and want to get a photo or say hi or whatever. Does that bother me? Not at all. In fact, if somebody wants to stop and say hi to me, that's great. I don't mind at all. I enjoy it. Continuing down here to one of my favorite attractions, Midway Mania. Now, this year in 2026, my goal is to I have not done a Secrets Revealed on this attraction, because in order to do Secrets Revealed, I have to film the attraction, talk about it. But this one, you have to film. You have to have two people shooting, because to activate some of the secrets, you have to have two people shoot at the same time. But I actually been talking to some contacts here, and they said they're going to help me, the people who work here, and cast member and marketing, to allow me to write a few times to get the right shot, so I can do the Secrets Revealed of Midway Mania, how to get a high score. There's Mr. Potato Head right there. Love it. You can get a really high score right now in Midway Mania because they have some special targets that are worth like 7,000 points. And right over here you have the La Luna games and the Boardwalk games. This is the Angry Dog. I actually like the Angry Dog. Feeling a little bit peckish, so maybe I should get one. I'm gonna keep walking. Anyways, when Disney California first opened, this was like the pier, and they had boardwalk games. Because we go to a pier and this ocean, a lot of them have these boardwalk games. When that first happened, a lot of people were very upset by that. They're like, "Oh my gosh," because you have to pay to play those games. It reminded people of Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm has boardwalk games they had to pay to play, and people are like, "That's not Disney would never charge extra for entertainment." Of course, keep in mind this is 2001. It left people with a weird taste in their mouth. They felt like that was un-Disney. There's Rex. Pixar Pal Around. Okay, we're walking down here past Bing Bong Sweet Stuff. And of course, Disney's changed a lot of things out. A lot of things are more pay to play. But at the time, it was very shocking for Disney to do something like that. They're currently updating the paint. Hi, how are you? Good. So I want to show one of my favorite things here. I've shown this in another Secret Revealed, but this is a shower. Why is a shower here? Because it used to be a pier, and what you do is you come to shower and you wash off the sand. They just kind of left that as an homage how the park used to be. So they are repainting, redoing the emotional whirlwind. I wonder if they're going to be adding like new characters like anxiety maybe, or embarrassment. So getting the new Inside Out emotional whirlwind. Okay, we're walking down here. This is going to take us into a great little area, very overlooked area of Disney California Adventure. This is a great area for food. I'll show you. I bet there's hardly anybody in here. But coming down here, they also have these attractions. They have the Silly Symphony swings. And right past that, they have like the Golden Zephyr. They have Goofy's Flight School. Fun little, nice little area. But I'm going to come back here because this area right back here, they have there's some restaurants down here. They're really not visited as much. Usually not crowded. Now, of course, when I go in here, it's probably going to be jam-packed, and you're like, Chris, you liar. But usually, coming here, good food, pasta, salads, but it's not too busy. So, pizza and pasta. We're going to walk right in. I'm just going to show you. Walk right in and see it's never very crowded down here. The food's very good. You see, you got pizza, some drinks, the salads down there, pizza here, and the pizza is very good. The food in here, I feel, it's excellent food, and I feel like it's overlooked. Not a lot of people come down here, but it's some of the best food, and there's hardly any wait. Pizza, and then down here they have pasta, different types of pasta. Now, I've been told multiple times that people tell me all the time that the best one is the creamy marinara? No, the forest cheese. Which one's the best one?
This is the creamy four cheese.
The creamy four cheese? Yeah, the creamy four cheese. That's the win. You won't go wrong with that. But the spaghetti's also fantastic. Now I'm feeling hungry. I want this, but I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, exiting out. This is a great place to get some food. And also nice thing about it, there's lots of tables outside. So once you grab your food, you can just come to find a little table and sit down and enjoy your food. Interesting fact about Silly Symphony Swings. It was the only attraction that had Mickey Mouse on it before Mickey's Runaway Railway. He's at the very top. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Oh, hang on. All right, here we go. Zoom in. There's Mickey. Took me a second to do that. We got it. All right, continue on. Now, right next to it, this is the Jellyfish Jumpers, a little cute ride where it takes you up and drops you down. Good little attraction for kids to get their thrill on. Nothing too crazy. There are some hidden Mickeys in the bubbles, by the way, if you ever want to take the time to look at that. And then straight over here, we have Goofy's Sky School. This is a terrifying attraction. It is like a wild mouse. It feels like you're going to fly off the tracks. Fun attraction, Goofy's Flight School. And has some abrupt stops in it, just so you'd be aware of that. Moving down here. I will say that we're going to come to this place that they sell right here, this corn dog castle. They sell corn dogs, but it's just cheese. And my wife's a vegetarian and she loves it. So it's one of her favorite little treats to get. Just cheese dog. This is the Golden Zephyr, one of a fun little attraction. You go around in a circle and just kind of enjoy it. First time the word Zephyr was ever used, it's attributed to Shakespeare in the play, was it Cymbeline, I think? And it says a zephyr just means a pleasurable breeze. Walking down here, we're gonna pass Little Mermaid attraction. Fun attraction. It's an omni mover, much like the Haunted Mansion, so the line goes by very fast. So it's a fun little attraction. Then if you look at the top up there, you see a trident statue. That statue was in Disneyland. It's in where the Fairy Grove is now, and by Tomorrowland, enter in, he was there. They repurposed him. Water used to shoot out of the top of his trident, and now he's here. Repurposed. That's Disney for you. Anyways, I think we're talking about the history of Disney California Adventure. So it really opened to a really rough start. Some days the park didn't even get 5,000 guests. It was empty. People didn't want to pay for it. They would go to Disneyland, but they didn't want to buy a ticket and come over here and then be stuck over here with hardly any attractions to do. Disney California Adventure has gone through lots of revisions and improvements over the years, and now it's become very popular. It's a fantastic park. I really like it. Now you could keep going straight down that way to Buena Vista Street, but I'm going to turn this way. This is over here, Grace. This is going to take us to Grizzly Gulch. Not say Grizzly Gulch. We're going to go down in here and by the Redwood Forest and the Grizzly Airfield. Grizzly Gulch is located in Hong Kong. I got a little brain rewiring there for a second. Said the wrong name. Now, normally, my favorite is to go to the right here. If you go to the left, you can see the Adventureland, the Redwood Trail. That's where most people go that way. But you can't. You have to go that way. They have it blocked off. That's my favorite way to go. We're going to go right through here. We're going to keep going on. This will take us by the Redwood Creek Trail. If you have little ones, it's really fun for them to go in there. They can run around. Kids have a good time. I remember one time our son was playing in there, and I was like, he was playing some kids. I'm like, don't leave. And he's like, yeah. And then the kids left, and he was very little, and he followed the kids out. And he went down this way, and I didn't see him. And I did not see him. And so our son was down this way. Luckily, one of my friends, DJ Boba, was walking the other way, and he's like, Miles, what are you doing? He grabbed Miles, and Miles is very little, and I couldn't find him. And then they brought him. DJ Boba was like, he called me. He's like, hey, I got Miles. And I was like, where are you? And I was in pure panic. Of course, that only took about 2 minutes. You can see this. It's all dry. They're working on the Grizzly River Rapids. Scared the heck out of me, but it turned out okay. Russian River. Nice little store. There's actually a lot of cool history in that store. They have lockers over here. You might be thinking, why do they have lockers? That was for if you're going to ride the Grizzly River Rapid, you could put your stuff in there so it doesn't get wet. Here we go. And then come down here, they have a little homage to the Country Bear Jamboree. Country Bear Jamboree is currently located in Florida and Tokyo. But this is Big Al, and Big Al was in that show, and they have a little statue of him. And even on his guitar, it says Big Al. This is the entrance into the Grand Californian Hotel. And walk down this way. So if you stay in the Grand California, you have your own private entrance into the park. Disney California Adventure Park, that is. And this is a little area down here where it's a landing field. It's an airfield. And planes have landed here, and Not real, but that's what the theming is. Of course, they've got this new soaring over California, or soaring around the world. It's gonna be soaring over America, starting in, I believe, May. Grizzly Peak Airfield. Sometimes Pluto will stand right out here in front of this area. There's some popcorn. Look at the beautiful trees. The lamps. Restrooms. A long time ago I did a video like the top 5 restrooms at Disneyland. I actually they had a custodial came with me and took me on a tour of all the bathrooms to talk about them and which ones are the best. I should do that for Disney California Adventure. I have not done that here. Talk about like which ones are the most crowded, which ones. Welcome campers. This is a nice little area here. This is the Smoke Jumpers Grill. It was originally called the Test Pilot Cafe. It had a plane coming through here. They changed it to Smoke Jumpers Grill. Really good breakfast. There's some of the best breakfasts I've had is really from there. It's interesting because you get they have this breakfast burrito. It doesn't, to be honest with you, it doesn't look like, it's not like, shall we say, Instagram worthy, but boy howdy, taste wise, some of the best I've ever had. That's kind of a light walking tour of Disney California Adventure. Going back here to Buena Vista Street. And now I need to find a spot where I can talk to you guys. I think I found a spot. Let's see if I like to sit down to do this. So let me sit down and get comfortable. Hey, I just want to talk to you briefly for a real quick second and talk about you. I am talking to you. I want you to know that you matter and you make the world a better place. You do. And if you're struggling right now, maybe it's a little sadness or depression, grief, or maybe you feel inadequate, or maybe you feel like you aren't being appreciated. I want you to know those feelings don't last. When you're going through it, it feels like it's going to last forever, doesn't it? We all know that, but it doesn't. It comes and goes. Eventually, good things will happen. The world's better because you are in it. You make the world a better place. And I mean that. I really do. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. So if you did, hit the like button and hit subscribe. Got more stuff coming out. I want you to know how important you are. I gotta get some food. I was literally in line at the Smoke Jumpers Grill. And I was like, I don't really want Smoke Jumpers Grill. I was like, why don't I? And then I was like, I gotta walk back to that pizza place. I was telling you how good it is. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I figured, since I'm gonna walk back there and get some food, this give me a chance to talk to you and just ask you how you're doing. For me to do a little wellness checkup on you and see how things are going for you. I hope that 2026 is going to be your best year. I think it is. Some of us are going to have disappointments this year, and some of us are going to have great successes. But that doesn't define who we are. You are amazing, and you're going to have a good year. And it's going to be good. I know that some of you are planning trips to Disney and getting excited to come down here and enjoy it. And it's going to be fun. Don't forget the whole point of the Disney trip is just to create memories. It's about creating memories. And also, if you are thinking about coming down here but don't have tickets, you want really cheap tickets, call 1-855-GETAWAY and tell them Park Pass sent you. Call 1-855-GETAWAY and say, hey, Park Pass sent me, and then that will unlock a secret menu where they'll tell you about all the hotels that have like a free night when you come down to Disney. And also they have the lowest prices on their tickets for Disney. Even if you go to Disney.com to buy your tickets, it's more expensive. Save yourself the money. I'm just trying to tell you it's the lowest prices on tickets. That's what I do. And then you could also get, they also do Walt Disney World if you want to do that as well. So I'm going to go down to this pizza place and get some amazing food. Be able to share that with you guys. These guys see that. And yeah. it's good to be able to make some videos and talk with you guys. I feel like I got off to a rough start, but it's going to be a good year for all of us. I'm a complete knucklehead. I changed my mind again. I decided, you know what, I'm going to go into Disneyland and get some food over there. Let's go to Disneyland, get some food over there. All right, back in Disneyland. Disneyland. Let's go get some food. There's a special feeling to both these parks. I do have to say, I really do enjoy Disney California Adventure. I think it's an amazing theme park now, and I think they're just adding more and more to it. And it's always getting better, and I enjoy it. Disneyland is just special, though. It's just special. So special. It has a different feeling. I've been to every theme park around the world, and this one has a little bit of a different feeling. I think it's because it's where Walt walked, and cast members know that, and I think the people know that, not just cast members, the patrons, people come to it, and there's just a little bit of different feeling. This doesn't make sense. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't really eaten a lot today. I'm hungry. Maybe a little bit grumpy. I'm not sure. I got a little hamburger, some french fries, and a Coke Zero. I'm done eating. I hope you have a pleasant night, or a wonderful evening, or good morning, wherever you are. I'll see you next video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.